Inspection delay at the roadside in 2021. Compared to the 2020 pandemic year, you were disappointed as inspection likelihood rose from 2020 levels substantially. That's according to the new comprehensive analysis from Overdrive Magazine's decade-long CSA's Data Trail series. But the 2022 series update shows that state truck enforcement departments still aren't back to pre-COVID inspection levels. Learn more about this today. There are some new risks, though, in rising moving violations as well as hours of service detention. You can determine your own roadside risk with 48 state rankings in many inspection and violation categories. Download the full report via overdriveonline.com. Navigate to the regulations section to find the CSA's Data Trail 2022 update. That's overdriveonline.com in the regulations section, and check out CSA's Data Trail 2022 update today.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
Half of Alabama residents use a septic tank. Are you one of them? Septic tanks are used where municipal sewers are not available, and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and be expensive to repair. So know the warning signs: wet spots in your yard, slow draining toilets or drains, gurgling sounds in drains, and sewage odors. You can prevent your cistern from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years. Keep a separate container for grease and dispose of it properly. Use detergents low in phosphate and spread laundry loads over several days as to not overload the system with too much water. You need a permit before installing a new system or before repairing an existing one. Your local health department has a copy of the septic tank system permit that indicates the location of your system and the size of the tank.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, everybody. I'm Vicki Gunvalson. You probably know me as the OG of the OC.
Very special guest, Vicki Gunvalson.
Believe me, I'm a lot more than just a real housewife. And now I'm tackling a whole new territory with my very own podcast. It's called Whoop It Up with Vicki. And I'm talking about my life as a real housewife in front of the camera and behind the scenes. Subscribe to Whoop It Up with Vicki so you don't miss a thing.
From the Westwood One Podcast Network, where the conversation starts.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
The Stokes family has traveled to 23 countries, but their favorite place is home, and it's already decorated for their favorite time of the year.
In Twilight Radio, he is there reporting on Gary McNamara coming up the insanity of
they do all year long. With Diane and Alan running their state farm off.
It went viral yesterday, the leader of Hamas.
Alabama and Tuscaloosa, they are one big bunch, so they make time.
Yeah. Well, when you say the occupation, are you talking Gaza? No, I'm talking everything. I'm paraphrasing it. I'm talking everything.
Right.
All Palestinian lands. Does that include Israel? Yes, Israel must be an island. I mean, he said it. Yeah. I mean, this is our plan. October 7th now, October 7th tomorrow, October 7th next month, October 7th forever. Until they are annihilated and gone.
Right.
And
Biological engineering also interned as a second semester sophomore. Along with their classwork,
we are led by a nation of complete idiots.
Yes.
But
children of incarcerated parents and more.
Wanted. Yep. Not
We
you,
really
baby. Not
sponsor
me.
family and Christmas as well, because we just feel very blessed and very honored that God has chosen us.
Top of the Hour News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Everyday diesel treatment for every fill-up, every time.
Available at truck stops and online at hotshotsecret.com.
Hotshot Secret, powered by science.
From the father of CB radios comes one bad mother. Eric Harley here. You've heard me talk about Uniden CBs for years now. Uniden has been the cornerstone of the trucking industry since the beginning. And even in the age of cell phones, Uniden CBs still remain the trucker's favorite. It is social media at its best. When you need the lowdown on the road ahead, you need a Uniden CB. It is one bad mother. Go to uniden.com today or stop by your nearest Pilot Line J.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Up to half the cost for the same thing. 50% the money for 100% the same thing. I hope I'm making myself clear. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
Hey, owner-operators, succeed on your own terms with Mercer Transportation. Whenever, wherever, and however you prefer to run, Mercer has the support you need to make your business successful. They offer fuel discounts, fast pay after every load, plenty of freight with over 3,100 customers and over 500,000 loads per year. No company trucks to compete with, and discounts on tires, insurance, and more. Pick your loads or let their coordinators help you find the right freight. Visit mercertown.com today. mercertown.com. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer our diabetes prevention program. Driving Down Diabetes is a free CDC-approved diabetes prevention program. This year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, and sleep, while receiving encouragement and accountability. It's for those at risk for diabetes only, not for those who have already been diagnosed with diabetes. If you are an over-the-road truck driver with a valid Class A CDL and are wondering if you are at risk for diabetes, go to truckersfund.org and take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab. Driving Down Diabetes is made possible by Southern Recipe. If you have questions, email Julie at truckersfund.org. Don't let diabetes put the brakes on your career. Sign up today. Again, to sign up and get more info, go to truckersfund.org. truckersfund.org.
For more than 3 decades, the Trucker newspaper has been one of the most trusted sources for trucking news. Pick up your copy of the Trucker newspaper today for the latest national business and technology news impacting the trucking industry at more than 400 truck stops across the U.S. Or subscribe online at thetrucker.com/subscribe. The Trucker is your direct line to the news you need to succeed in the industry. That's thetrucker.com/subscribe.
Sponsored by the Trucker Media Group.
WLWIAM is News Radio 1440, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Israel says its troops have arrived at the gates of Gaza City, and President Biden is signaling a change in his stance on the fighting. Pentagon correspondent Cammie McCormick.
As many as 400 Americans are seeking to leave Gaza, along with others who hold dual passports, as the Israeli ground offensive grinds on. The Israeli military says militants fired anti-tank missiles and set off explosive devices during an overnight battle. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will head to the region tomorrow as part of the Biden administration's efforts to seek a pause in the fighting to allow for the release of hostages and humanitarian aid to flow in.
Back home in Washington, a motion to expel embattled GOP Congressman George Santos failed last night.
I'd like to say I understand the point of view of my colleagues, but I don't. One can't say that they are pro-Constitution and at the same time act as judge, jury, and executioner.
31 Democrats joined Republicans who voted to withhold punishment while both a criminal trial and an ethics committee investigation proceed. Santos is accused of making up his life story, stealing from donors, and lying to Congress. A former Memphis police officer is expected to change his not guilty plea to guilty to federal rights violations today in the beating death of Tyree Nichols last January. Desmond Mills will become the first of 5 officers charged to break ranks with his former colleagues. They were caught on camera, punching, kicking, and hitting Nichols with a police baton. He died 3 days later. Donald Trump Jr. is expected to take the stand for a second day in his family's civil fraud trial. CBS's Graham Cates from court in New York
said he relied on highly paid accountants to come up with the figures that were presented to banks, and that it wasn't his fault that those figures ended up being incorrect.
Finally, a World Series title for Texas. Rangers fans ecstatic after Texas beat Arizona 5-0 in Game 5.
Been following the team since the 90s, and we're just long overdue for this.
The party's tomorrow in Arlington. 50 years after the big breakup, the Beatles have a new single out today. CBS's Vicki Barker is in London.
John Lennon's son Sean knows this is musical history.
It's the last song that my dad and Paul and George and Ringo will get to make together.
AI was used to extract Lennon's voice from a 1978 cassette tape. George Harrison recorded guitar tracks before his death, and a moment for surviving Beatles Paul and Ringo, and no doubt for millions of Beatles fans.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
I can help you. Cooper's overnight shipping company has to deliver the goods. They need a logistics manager to keep the wheels turning.
126 packages going to Toronto, Tuscaloosa, Montreal, and Minneapolis. Oh boy.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go, so I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like Certainty, Landmark, right at my fingertips. It's like a Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through November, purchase Certainty through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $750. Beacon, always building.
Some drivers will be tracking tags to cut down on car theft.
The Apple AirTags will be available to drivers living in 6 areas of Washington, D.C. that have been harmed by vehicle thefts. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
The word will also get out that this is not a community to come in and steal cars because it won't be worth your while.
Police say the tags will only be able to be tracked by the driver unless their vehicle is stolen, and they give their tracking information to police. Christopher Bruce, CBS News, Washington.
Broadway is making way for another story about some famous musicians. The Heart of Rock and Roll is a romantic comedy about a couple and their rock band. It'll feature songs by 80s rockers Huey Lewis and the News. The show had its original run at the Old Globe Theater in San Diego. It's scheduled to open on the Great White Way April 22nd. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Hi, I'm Ben Myers with Just Blinds here in Franklin. Our family-owned business has been serving the river region for over 35 years now, specializing in the design and installation of quality window treatments. The process is easy. Our experts will guide you every step of the way, selecting window coverings that best complement your space. With Just Blinds custom window treatments, you don't just change your home, you transform it. Visit us online or in person for a world of inspiration.
GoJustBlinds.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
See, if something costs less, people are happier with it. That sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of a typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, really, you can save a ton, like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. Halloween is over, but hiring is still scary. Indeed's end-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Apply for a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Another cold start to our morning, but this will likely be the chilliest we get for the remainder of the work week and the upcoming weekend. The morning trend starts today. Afternoon highs with some sunshine and a lot less wind will climb at or above 60 for most of central and south Alabama. Those 60s will turn to near 70-degree temperatures as we head into your Friday afternoon. And it looks like we'll see mid and even upper 70s with sunshine as we head into your upcoming weekend. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We're starting out this Thursday morning with a minor accident, so please use caution. Highway 14 at 43 in Elmore County. We've got an accident. Thanks to one of our listeners for that. Highway 14 at Highway 43 in Elmore County. Outside of that, interstate's moving smoothly, looking good. Fall is here at Premier Place. After shopping, you can eat at Poblano's, King Potatoes, Sweet Frog, Frozen, and Yogurt. It's all at Premier Place and Prattville and other great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. They're almost here. Tax rebates for Alabamians will start hitting bank accounts around November 30th and December 1st. Anyone who filed a 2021 income tax return is eligible. Single taxpayers will get $150 and married couples will get $300. This will happen either through direct deposit or paper check. Rebates are from a surplus in the education tax fund. Some sports news now. It's the battle for the belt between Detroit Trojans and South Alabama Jags. The Trojans look to take it 5 straight over the Jags tonight.
Baby. Hello.
If you're looking for weekend plans tomorrow,
Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Apply stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, health.com.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with 4Health. 4Health provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With 4Health, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if 4Health is right for you, text healthcare to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online. 4Health then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting healthcare to 323232. Take back control with 4Health. Text the word healthcare to 323232. Text healthcare to 323232.
paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of a typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion
Don't have that many on here.
You're happy with. You can call right now to get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can say. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-5150. That's 855.
I think I need some coffee.
855-5150.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro Show tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
That is nice and cold.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
That's good.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I'll
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For once again, you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. I'd say that's read and celebrate and be thankful, all at the same time. Good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is November the 2nd, 2023. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, Everybody Worships. Our scripture insight today comes from Acts 17 and 22. 17 through 22. People of Athens, I see that in every way you are very religious. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. And again, I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is November the 2nd. It is a day like all the other days that has never been. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and undo all the things you do today, good, bad, or indifferent. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and do the things that you should have done that you don't. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God and much, much charity and the love of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, while you can, for as long as you can, until you can't, Reach back every once in a while and help somebody else along the way. You'll be glad you did. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you'll never be a failure as long as you don't quit. We say, rest if you can, but give out if you must. But you never, ever, ever quit, because quitters don't win, and winners never quit. Everybody worships. That's our daily bread for today. It is a great day to be alive. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Sheridan Boise, and I've titled today's reading, Everybody Worships. I recently visited Athens, Greece. Walking around its ancient agora, the marketplace where philosophers taught and Athenians worshipped, I found altars to Apollo and Zeus, all in the shadow of the Acropolis, where a statue of the goddess Athena once stood. We may not bow to Apollo or Zeus today, but society is no less religious. Everybody worships, novelist David Foster Wallace said, adding this warning: if you worship money and things, then you will never have enough. Worship your body and beauty, and you will always feel ugly. Worship your intellect, and you will end up feeling stupid. Our secular age has its own gods, and they're not benign. People of Athens, Paul said in Acts chapter 17, while visiting the agora, I see that in every way you are very religious. The apostle then described the one true God as the creator of all, who wants to be known and who has revealed himself through the resurrection of Jesus. Unlike Apollo and Zeus, this God isn't made by human hands. Unlike money, looks, or intelligence, worshipping him won't ruin us. Our God is whatever we rely on to give us purpose and security. Thankfully, when every earthly God fails us, the one true God is ready to be found. Today's scripture reading is from Acts chapter 17, verses 24 to 32. The God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in temples built by human hands. And he is not served by human hands, as if he needed anything. Rather, he himself gives everyone life and breath and everything else. From one man he made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth. And he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands. God did this so that they would seek him and perhaps reach out for him and find him, though he is not far from any one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being. As some of your own poets have said, we are his offspring. Therefore, since we are God's offspring, we should not think that the divine being is like gold or silver or stone, an image made by human design and skill. In the past, God overlooked such ignorance, but now he commands all people everywhere to repent. For he has set a day when he will judge the world with justice by the man he has appointed. He has given proof of this to everyone by raising him from the dead. When they heard about the resurrection of the dead, some of them sneered, but others said, we want to hear you again on this subject. Let's pray together. Father, I am amazed at how religious us humans are, however secular our age supposedly is. Would you forgive us for placing wealth, or beauty, or politics, or anything else as first and primary in our lives? Would you forgive us for the false gods that we have tried to get purpose and security from? We take all of these things off the altar of our hearts right now. We place you there instead, because only you are worthy of worship. Lord, we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thanks for listening. I'm Sheridan Boise, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All right. Time to rise and shine. You're wasting daylight. All right? Okay, it ain't daylight yet, but it's coming. Time to rise and shine, Montgomery. Time to get up. Let's get it busy. Let's get busy. To the sun. No sweat. Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Moldy and the meat was bad. You know darn well that you can't eat that. You know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. Airborne. All the way. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Time to rise and shine, Montgomery. Okay, for the 3 people that are listening this early in the morning, that's good. Get up. In the drizzling rain. Well, I picked up my parachute and headed the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go, and green light Lee with a clearing blow. I know you don't know nothing about that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's for the paratroopers in us. On, all the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on. Driving on. Driving on. Driving on. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. All right then. No PT today. No PT today at all because we don't play that on. Now we got PT tomorrow in the week, but not today. We're not doing PT today. So but we do have to pay homage to our armed forces of these United States of America. Because while you slept and slumbered, the good Lord was looking over you first, and then the United States Army and the Marines and the Navy and the Air Force and the Coast Guard. I forget anybody? Oh yeah, Space Force. Now God don't need our help, but He lets us feel like we're important when we do those things. So we need you guys to make them feel important too, like appreciating them, okay? Somebody's mother, somebody's dad, somebody's father, somebody's uncle, somebody's aunt, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody else is standing on the fence, making sure on this day you're as safe as you possibly can be. Good morning to you. We call those the armed services of the United States. Now back home, we got some folks who do pretty much the same thing. The Montgomery Police Department and the Sheriff Department and the ambulance drivers and the fire department and all those other guys and everybody else that I can't even rename. Alabama National Guard, Alabama Air Guard. They do it locally. Okay? So get some things. And don't forget this Christmas, you need to put something on the can for the sanitation people, because they're out there in the cold working and everything like that. Help them out now. Help them out. Although they never say hi to me and I go down the street waving at them. They just, it's kind of like ignore me. Who's that guy? Okay. Anyway, whatever. Let's make a difference this year. Of all the years we have lived, let's treat this one as the last one we'll ever see and do wonderful things for people. I think we call that random acts of kindness. All right? We can get it done. We can do it. Now get up. Let's go to work. More water. All right then. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and of course, all righty then. Folks. Let's give a shout out to the folks at the EMA Director Miss Chrissy Thornton, who is manning the post at the center today for the cold folks over the people who get cold, the warming center. And don't forget, if you have something, they always need things such as deodorant, personal stuff, they can always use your help, and money is always welcome over there. So let's help them out. I got to find that number for them sometime in here, and I'll make sure you get the number. And if you can, and listen, if you got some stuff for the warming center, maybe some hot chocolate or something like that, you can text me 241-9998. You got anything for them? I'll come get it, take it to them, not a problem. All right. So, but think of when it gets cold like this, we got people out there, living on the streets and trying to make it. So let's do what we can to help them out. I think once it hits 32 degrees, something like that, you automatically they open up the warming center. Okay. So they need anything you want to give, a coat for somebody or something like that. That'll work too. But toiletries always comes in handy for the center over there, and anything else you can give. If you're gonna give canned food is always good. Okay, but this just me saying. Okay, come on, not beets. Okay, if you're gonna give a brother something to eat, give him some meatballs and spaghetti or something like that. Something with some meat in it, got some protein in it or something like that. I'm just saying. Although, don't get me wrong, beets are good in its own way. Beets are good. Green beans are great. Some people like them. I don't like them. But I do like corn. Yes, sir, Rob. I do like corn, and I like peas and carrots. Okay, so if you get some peas and carrots, put some, because you never know where you might end up at. So just in case I got to go in and spend the night, we can make sure we have some peas and carrots over there, something like that. I'm just saying. All right. So the warming center, and it's located on. I got to get the address again. Okay, I got to get the address again, but I'll get that address. I'll get that address, and I'll give it to you during the next break. Okay. Right now it's 6:29 in the morning. It's a little chilly outside, but not too bad. There wasn't no frost on the window. And have I told y'all what to do if there's frost on the window? Okay, at nighttime, put a blanket or a pillowcase over your windshield. Secure it by the windshield wipers. And when you go outside the next morning, you see everybody over there scrubbing the windshield, but you won't have to scrub yours because yours will have been covered, and you'll be okay. All you can do, take the cover away, take the blanket away, whatever it is you put on there, and you just keep on moving. Now get you one of those things that automatically starts your car from inside the house. Unless your car's really old, you can't get one. But I believe they can put one on there, because let me tell you something. It's a whole lot better getting in a warm car than it is, unless you don't have much gas. Now, if you don't have much gas in it, don't do that. Okay, I don't want you to waste your gas like that. A little coldness won't kill you, but it sure feels good when you get out there and the car is warm. Yes. Oh, another thing too. A lot of times we put if you got ice on the windshield, some people put water on the windshield, which is cool, but make it cold water. Okay. Just put your bottled water in the car. That way you can use it to clear off your windshield for a second, just in case you have to. Okay. Another thing, you don't need chains on your tires because it doesn't snow down here very much. Okay, unless it's in Birmingham, something like that. I'm just saying. So you might want to, think about those things, and always keep a blanket in your car. As a matter of fact, the same blanket that you put on the windshield is the one you just throw in the trunk. Always keep a blanket in your car and about 5 or 6 bottles of water. Okay, you never know where you find yourself. I'm just telling you. So, all right then. And sometimes, let's say you're on the road, you get in a car accident, something like that, and the car stops running. Well, at least you can be warm. I mean, you'll be warm on all them blankets. Put two blankets in there, okay? One blanket per person, okay? Or one extra just in case you run into somebody who needs a blanket, okay? You see them on the street or something like that, and they're kind of cold, well, you got an extra blanket to give to a friend. All right, then. Now, that's it. All right, got to take a break. We'll be back. It is 6:31 in the morning. So if you are up and about this morning, we thank you. A little chilly, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. I think it's going to get a little chilly tonight. Listen, the advantage of it getting cold is that it kills the grass. So now nobody has to cut for a while. Now, it's coming back at some point. The good Lord says the same. It's coming back, but for the time being, okay, I've stopped paying Z to cut the grass, but he's gonna charge me for something else. I'm not exactly sure. Um, I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's gonna charge me, brother. So I'm gonna have to up the dollars. Anyway, good morning to you. It is a great day to be alive above the ground. The ground is not above us. We'll be back.
First alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Family Dollar.
Why wait until after Thanksgiving to start prepping for holiday cheer? Now, in Stewie with Family Dollar. Shop the great deals on seasonal decor, baking essentials, and more.
Thank
Family
you,
Dollar.
Camila.
Do more.
Appreciate it.
Another cold snap for morning, but this will likely be the chilliest we get for the remainder of the work weekend and weekend. The rolling trend starts today. Afternoon highs with some sunshine and a lot less wind. We'll try at or above 60 for most of central and south Alabama. Most days return to a 70-degree temperature as we head into Friday afternoon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Upper 70s with sunshine
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
It's that time of the year. A new Apex Legends character is entering the ranks. This week, Respawn Entertainment announced Conduit, a character who is closely tied to the beloved franchise of Titanfall. Conduit will fill a supporting role as she aids her efforts on the fields. Many fans are hoping that Respawn will return to the hit franchise of Titanfall, and the addition of Conduit will be a step in that direction. So it is important to use so those don't feel like it makes you useless. Reading what those uncomfortable symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your neurologist so they can help you get clear. You can approach them and we're all alone.
Yes, and let's make it clear.
Can't really clear about tsunamis, but let's get you sponsored by that. This is Scott Carter. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we've got them men divorced. Comparing the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. But every situation is different. Our goal is the best outcome for you. Set up a consultation and take the first step. To American Tennessee, visit the local
A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with Lighting Play as your promo code at Lifeline. On promo code PLAY. PureTalk, America's wireless company, in military debt fund. That's everything, but they're going to need your help. Now, PureTalk is donating a percent of every
Right back.
when you make the switch, they make it simple, fast, and easy. With a super fast 5G network, call, text, money, and data now only at $20 a month. You know that if you say to people it's safe now, make the switch to PureTalk and you can help a military member in when seasonal allergy, bronchitis, if they're making you miserable, you want to pass it. The confusion of which cold and allergy products you much better. In fact, oral fluoxetine, a drug found in many oral decongestants as a cold and allergy, is only being evaluated by the FDA because it may be clinical. Luckily, there's an alternative solution that provides fast relief, and it's called Lavage. Lavage is the natural, drug-free way to relieve congestion by taking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuck in your refrigerator. Losing irrigation works, and Lavage makes it quick, easy, most important. It will help you breathe better. Don't take a chance on medications that may not work as fast. Instead, drug-free Lavage will wash away this work of your misery so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel better. Ask for Lavage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Lavage.com. Lavage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean know. Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show. Radio 1440.
All righty then. Somebody, one of my off-site producers gave me the information that I was needing. I appreciate it. Camila, I appreciate you giving me the information because you need to tell me where. Okay, so the warming center, whenever the temperature is below freezing overnight, they do open up from 4 p.m. until 7 o'clock in the morning. And Montgomery is located at 3446 LeBron. 3446 LeBron. I don't know if they have any particular way to come and get you if you need a ride. I'm just not sure of that. But you can give me a call, 625-2339. 625-2339. And ask them if there's anything that they may need and so we can help them out with it. Okay, so that's the warming center, and again, that is when the temperature is below freezing overnight, then you will have the warming center open up. Again, in Montgomery, it's 3446 LeBron Road, and will remain open overnight and from 4 p.m. till 7 a.m. Okay. Okay, Montgomery, and I think you can get a link over there at Montgomery, Alabama Emergency Management Center on Facebook or something like that, and you can find out, anything else they may need. 625-2339, 625-2339. Again, the address is 3446 LeBron Road. They also have them in Otago County, Bullitt County, Butler County, Coosa County, Crenshaw County, Dallas County, and I think let's see, they got any more counties out there? Dallas County, Lowndes County, Montgomery County, Perry County, Pike County, Tallapoosa County, and Wilcox County. Okay, so there are places to go. Not a permanent situation, but at least temporarily you can get some relief and nothing else, get something hot to drink or something hot to eat, something like that. But I know Christy was telling me something. Okay, they get breakfast with other stuff also. Unfortunately, you can't do it every day, but we can help out a little bit. All right. So, well, that much. If you can't think where it is, you can always text me and I'll send you the address. But you can go to the Montgomery EMA. Find that number on there, and it's 625-2339. And again, they will help you all that they can. The woman who runs that organization is a fantastic human being, and the whole crew over there does a great job. Okay. All right then. Now it is time for lessons of life, and of course, the word of the day. Now, the word of the day is an interesting word because it's a date. It's a word that sort of like fits me somewhat anyway. Yeah. Word of the day. Okay, it doesn't really fit me. Yeah, well, I forgot that was yesterday's word. This word does not fit me at all. This word does not. It's not a very good word. Well, the meaning is not very good, but you'll never know it. You'll never know it by somebody calling you this. You'll never feel insulted. But if you see this word on your evaluation or anything like that, then you're in trouble. Okay, you probably not belong to be there as an employee. Okay, I'm just saying. The word is spelled Rapscallion. Rapscallion. It is pronounced rapscallion. Now, it sounds, it doesn't sound too nefarious, the word. It sounds okay. But you know what the word means? So somebody call you a rapscallion, they are referring to you as a person who causes trouble, often in a mischievous way, and it is a synonym of rascal and near do well. Near do well. In other words, somebody that's nosy, causes trouble, and brings other people in your life. Rapscallion. Okay, Rapscallion. One more time. Rapscallion. Rapscallion. That's right. People who cause trouble, often in a mischievous way. It is a synonym of rascal and near do well, which means that you probably full of crap. Now, move right along. Moving right along. Okay. Lessons of life. These are things you learn by living. There's no other way to get them down. This is just the way you get it. Okay? You have to live a while in order to understand these lessons. I always tell people the best way to learn is learn from other people's mistakes. You don't really have to make one. Okay? You can make some different ones. You don't need to make the same ones everybody else did. All you gotta do is go out. What we need to do, they need to let me come down to the jail sometime and interview people. And that way they can give you their own advice. Okay. You don't really have to do it to learn from it. You can learn from other people's mistakes. But just in case you're one of those people who don't, just know that there's never been a lesson taught that did not cost. So if you want to pay the cost, then so be it. I say let somebody else pay the cost, and you learn from it. Okay. Anyway, here's the lesson of life for today, the second day of November, 2023. You never stop learning. Whether you want to learn or not, it's irrelevant. You never stop learning, whether you want to or not. You know why? Because life never stops teaching you. Now, here's the challenge that you have. This is that most of us human beings, this is the challenge that we have. Our job is to understand the lesson. Okay? If you can understand the lesson, you don't have to go through too many times. Okay? You never stop learning. Whether you want to learn something or not, life is going to always teach you something about you, about life, and about other people. You never stop learning because life never stops teaching you. Our charge is to understand the lessons. And if you can figure that out, you're going to be all right. It is November the 2nd. It is the 306th day of the year. There are 59 days left in this year, believe it or not. It was on this day in 1948 that President Harry S. Truman surprised the experts by winning a narrow upset over Republican challenger Thomas E. Dewitt. 1783, George Washington issued his farewell address to the Army near Princeton, New Jersey. In 1889, North Dakota and South Dakota became the 39th and the 40th states, with the signing of proclamations by President Benjamin Harrison. In 1917, see, what you don't get me about this, how in the world could you tell one state from another back in the day? I mean, there wasn't no helicopter to tell you where you were. We didn't have no GPS. I'm just trying to figure out, how do you know? And what gave every state its unique character, geographical character? Okay, it's an interesting thing. I mean, because Indiana looks like a boot, looks like a cowboy boot. You would think that would be Texas. You know what I'm saying? Okay, never mind. I just don't understand how they came up with the uh, uh, geographical, whatever, geographical. Well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, let's just say Delaware. Delaware, we got cities bigger than Delaware. Okay, but then again, though, that's where Biden was up there. He couldn't handle too much. But anyway, it's just amazing to me how we came up with the. Never mind, I'll think of it in a minute. 1889, okay, I got it. 1970, British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour issued a declaration expressing support for the national home for Jews in Palestine. In 1947, Howard Hughes piloted his huge wooden flying boat, the Hughes H-4 Hercules, derisively dubbed the Spruce Goose by the detractors. On its only flight, it lasted about 8 minutes over Long Beach Harbor in California. In 1962, on this date, President John F. Kennedy delivered a brief statement to the nation in which he said that an aerial photograph had confirmed that the Soviet missile bases in Cuba were being dismantled and that progress is now being made toward restoration of peace in the Caribbean. All right, then. Good job. 1963, on this day, South Vietnamese president, not since we're trying to kill the guy's name, was assassinated by a military coup. In 1976, former Georgia Governor Jimmy Carter became the first candidate from the deep South since the Civil War to be elected president as he defeated incumbent Gerald R. Ford. 1986, kidnappers in Lebanon released American hospital administrator David Jacobson after holding him for 17 months. The year was 1994. Sounds like a long time ago, doesn't it? A jury in Pensacola, Florida, convicted Paul Hill of murder for the shotgun slam of an abortion provider and his bodyguard. Hill was executed in September 2003. 2000, in the year 2000, American astronaut Bill Shepard and two Russian cosmonauts, Yuri Yuzinko and somebody else's name, we'll get that later on, became the first residents of the International Space Station. You talking about you want some quiet time? Yeah, you get some quiet time up there, all in space by yourself. And space is a big place. It really is a big place. I mean, I couldn't think how big it is, but heaven's up there somewhere. It's a big place. 2004, President George W. Bush was elected on a second term as Republicans strengthened the grip on Congress and didn't do much with it. Dutch filmmaker Theo Van Gogh was slain in Amsterdam after receiving death threats over his movie Commission, which criticized the treatment of women under Islam. And it was 14 years ago. A suicide bomber killed 35 people outside a bank near Pakistan military headquarters, and my sister trying to kill that name either. Afghanistan's election commission proclaimed President Hamid Karzai the victor in the country's tumultuous ballot, canceling a planned runoff. The Philadelphia Phillies staved off an elimination from the World Series in an 8-6 victory over the New York Giants, they 15 years ago. World Boxing Hall of Famer Lou Filippo, 83, died in Downey, California, also. And it was 5 years ago, 9 years ago, Islamic State group extremists shot dead at least 50 Iraqi men, women, and children from the same two crimes. A Taliban suicide bomber killed 60 in an attack on the paramilitary checkpoint at Pakistan coast to Wagah or something border, crossing with India. And Daredevil Nick Walinda wowed Chicago and the world with a two-hair raising skyscraper crossing in the high wires without a safety net or a harness. That's it. Yeah, that's something. I'm brave, right? I'm not that brave. And 5 years ago, it was the Trump administration restored U.S. sanctions on Iran that had been lifted under the 2015 nuclear deal to carve out exemptions for 8 countries that would still be able to import Iranian oil. The over 50 of Pittsburgh synagogue shooting, a 97-year-old Rose Malinder was laid to rest in the last of the 11 victims. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration said drug overdose deaths in 2017 had hit the highest level ever recorded in the United States, with most of the increase due to a record number of opioid-related deaths. Actor Alex Baldwin was arrested and charged with assault and harassment after allegedly striking a man in the face during a dispute over a parking spot outside of his New York City home. Baldwin pleaded guilty to harassment and agreed to attend a one-day annual management class. Grammy Award-winning trumpeter Roy Hargrove died in New York on this day after a long fight with kidney disease. He was 49 years old. Now, what are we celebrating today? Well, it's about that time of year, you know. You just think about Thanksgiving and stuff like that. It is National Deviled Egg Day. Okay? So whether you like them hard-boiled eggs or cut in half or filled with the stuff, today is the day that you celebrate those eggs. Okay? National Men Make Dinner Day. Ladies, I wouldn't trust it. But who knows? Some men can cook better than women, to tell you the truth. Arrival of Indentured Laborers Day. Discover how indentured laborers played a huge contribution to the country's development, along right next to their neighbors called the slaves. I'm just saying. The Impact Day. Each day has an opportunity to make an impact. You're responsible for making it in a positive way. Broadcast Traffic Professionals Day. Okay, so that's like major delays down the street down there. I go tell them it's 6 days today. We're gonna celebrate him getting out there, telling us where the traffic is going, where it is, and how messed up the ride's going to be. I'm just saying. Okay. Dynamic Harmlessness Day. As we celebrate Dynamic Harmless Day, do least harm and the most good on this day. And Feast of Saint Guido, whatever that is, I'm not sure. That's what day it is. Okay. Oh, here's one. International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists. Let's denounce, let us denounce any assault on journalists and the media professionals, people like me, because I had them smacked once again. International Stout Day. Don't know exactly that. My mother used to call me stout. I think that's a day for me because I'm not fat, not skinny. I just got, I mean, rip off this shirt and it's all over the world. I'm just saying. My six pack is back. I'm just telling you. So it's International Stout Day. I'm just saying. Look at Circles Day. It is National Cashback Day. That's right, National Cashback Day. They compile facts and tips to help you celebrate and save some money. Although the governor said, let's say we get that $150. Now we're supposed to get about $400, but all of a sudden they decided that they need the money to do something else with, and so now we get $150. Okay, but now I have to tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna get $150 back if I see it in my bank account. I'm still spending that. I mean, it's still gonna be all right, but $400 during this time of year would have helped greatly. Okay, so the Alabama Power, please taking up the power. All right, National Ohio Day. So if you're from Ohio, it's your day. Okay. Anything else? Project Management Day. Okay. And Traffic Directors Day and World Ballet Day. So if you're a ballerina, today is your day. Okay. So I think I just got about it. So the best day today is the best day is it's World Deviled Eggs Day. Pick those deviled egg things, and we like those things. We just can't. I like the deviled. I don't really know how to make this stuff, but I'll get to it. All right, then. That's it. We'll be back in a few minutes. Good Lord says the same. Hope that they find you well, healthy, and in good spirit.
1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this public day. They're almost here. Tax rebates for Alabamians whose bank accounts around November 30th and December 3rd. Anyone who filed a 2021 income tax return is eligible. Those taxpayers who get $50 and near public $60. This will happen in the
Okay, so it's still $150. Don't make it seem like it's more.
Now it's the battle for the belt between Detroit Pros and South Alabama Jazz. Great over the Jazz.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI-AM. Curious News Station. This is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Debbie Rodriguez. There's growing international pressure on Israel today to show restraint after 2 straight days of deadly bombings at a civilian refugee camp. Correspondent Deborah Patton has our top story from Jerusalem.
Israel today forces footage of its troops operating deeper inside Gaza. A Hamas video showed its forces emerging from schools and firing at Israeli tanks. But it was the civilians inside Gaza who now bear the brunt of this war. Obliterated homes turned into children's graveyards. Israel has urged civilians to flee to safer ground in the south, but the bombs fall empty.
President Biden is now calling for a humanitarian pause in the fighting to allow hostages to get out of Gaza. PBS's Rita Jang is at the White House.
President Biden and his top advisors have been careful to say that the U.S. will not dictate how the Israelis carry out their military operations. So today's development is significant. For home, Nevada New York Congressman George Santos keeps his seat. Now the yeas are 179, the nays are 213. Well, Republicans and some Democrats have voted not to expel Santos, while criminal proceedings and an ethics investigation continue. Santos is accused of lying to Congress and stealing from builders. Anger is growing among Senate Republicans over the GOP's coming cover bill. He's blocked hundreds of senior military promotions for months. Protest Pentagon policy allowing reimbursement for travel for abortions. South Carolina's Lindsey Graham. No matter who you think about Tuberville, this is doing great damage to our military. Last night, Tuberville took over the Senate floor for hours, planning to object over and over again. It's a great day for Texas baseball fans. Call on Rangers Radio Network after the Texas beat the Diamondbacks 5-0 in Game 5 in Phoenix.
Because until then, I didn't realize that I never knew how the story goes, that Pilate and Herod were, how can two people in character you're not guilty of something? You still get found guilty. Pilate said, I crime, and then he sent it to Herod. And Herod said the same thing. So, Herod essentially dodged the question. So, Jesus was killed for political reasons. Exactly. Because the Jewish authorities thought that he was a blasphemy. Right. That did deserve that under Jewish law, but they couldn't enforce it because they weren't the authorities. Okay. But so that's so. Both of them, Herod essentially said, I don't have any authority to do what needs to be done, so I'm taking the Pilate. Exactly. But and Pilate said, well, you didn't break any Roman law, so but you're not. But I'm not going to stand in the way of this crowd that's going to kill you. Well, yeah, that was a good thing I learned from it. You cannot go with the crowd because the majority say do something. Right. Doesn't mean that it should be done. Sometimes in America we go with the majority rule, but that's not necessarily a good thing. It's that the Pharisees have spent several months, essentially poisoning the well on him. Right. On Jesus. Right. Right. But the Bible, when they said give us Barabbas, then who, according to the Bible, who wasn't in church? Right. So I'm saying to myself, so we can't always go by the majority of what people say. The majority of people will get your ass put somewhere where you shouldn't be. That's what. So that's why the United States is not a democracy. Right. If you look at the protections of the Constitution, they are protections for minorities. Yeah. It's the government can't interfere with your speech or your publishing or your religion. It can't take away your guns. Not supposed to. Not supposed to. You can't take away your guns. You can't. It can't make you testify against yourself. That's it. I don't have to be mentioned. That's good. Yeah. See, it's interesting once I can understand the lingo, because that King James thing. Yeah, there's a lot of difference between Bible translations. There's a lot of time. I'm quite as good Bible translation. The problem is, since you're so used to reading the King James version, you think anything else is fraud. Well, see, we don't read the King James version because we don't think the King James version is. Well, I've got extra books. It's not just that. We think there are translation problems within
the text itself that is there. But he had no authority. I mean, the King James version is the authorized version, and he had no authority to issue the Bible because all he was King of England. He wasn't religious. In our perspective, he was not a religion.
Yeah, I mean, he's just king. Right. Anyway, that's a. I said the whole time we do it, a loop. I said, okay, I understand this now. To me, sometimes the Bible's like, listen to, it's like Moses coming down to the bottom of the hill and somebody get my Cadillac. And everybody's going to look, what's your Cadillac?
I hear you.
You know, what's your Cadillac? I hear you. Go get it. They want to understand it. Because
Okay. Okay. All right. See you.
Yeah.
Do they unlock the door?
Yeah, they should have.
Quite there on time.
No. How's the JOB? What exactly? Okay. All right, good. Good.
No, we have we publish this information in professional military education. Okay. So, NCO Academy, NCO Academy, and leadership school, fire officer school. We put those in the distance learning for them.
Oh, that's good. All right. Good.
I'm not the expert at what we do.
Neither are the experts.
Right. What needs to be said. But I am the guy that puts it into a format that can be used. We use Canvas as self-chart to do that's how publishers file.
Okay. All right. I'll let you come down. Okay. Okay, I should have. Don't forget the warming center. Go over there and the child over there. You know, it's Thursday. It is the first Thursday. I bet y'all almost forgot this. It came up kind of quick there, you know.
Oh, I just wait a second.
Okay. Anyway, and it's Catholic. It's Catholic Thursday. And listen, yesterday we got on the subject. Maybe we can have a conversation that it's a tough subject because people think that that love is this warm feel. Biblically, now Corinthians says what love, the attributes of love. But people say, then they say, well, God is love. I don't know if God ever said he was love. We are told to love God, but I don't know if God said he was love. But what is, just for this, it always keeps on my and again, I feel speak about what I said. I think man has a difficult time loving God. Yeah, we have a horrible time loving ourselves. Human beings, people we can hold, people we can touch, people we can feel. We have relationships with. So you're going to tell me now, you get this warm feeling for God, something you can't touch, you can't feel, you can be in love with an idea, but not the actual God. What is, in your mind, what is love, the biblical love?
So in first letter John 4:15, John says that God's love. So that's what that is.
That's what John said.
That's what John said. Well, but we believe that he's inspired by the Spirit to say that. So that's God essentially giving that opportunity for him to say that. So it's a reliable. Well, but that's what
that was his opinion.
That's what the inspiration of Scripture is. That we believe that God leads John to use those phrases, and none of the phrases in the Bible are against what God wanted.
Okay.
Okay. Now, some people say that means that John was dictating, was the dictator, the person taking dictation. That's not an argument I want to get into right now, but that we can use the biblical authority of the letter of John to say that. What love is the sacrifice of your convenience for the other person. Okay, it is you sacrificing your maybe life, but certainly freedom, your your comfort to help another person. So love is action. That's love. Love, it involves action. Okay, you do that because you have different feelings for them. You have different relationships to them. But it is a sacrificial. It is a sacrificial sense and action. If you say that you love somebody, and Jesus says if you love somebody, but you give them a stone when they ask for bread, you're not really loving.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Your mouth may say it.
Right. But we are told by St. Paul that we are to love as Christ loved. Well, how does Christ love? Okay. He sacrifices himself. He does it with it. He knows what's going to happen. Okay. So it's a decision by him to sacrifice himself, okay, for another person. It's a permanent decision. That's what loving as God requires. To say this is what you're going to do for the other person. Okay? You say a lot of times we can't love because we don't know that we can't love God because God is unequal. But we are told to love as God does love. Okay? And the way we know that God loves is we see a sacrifice of cross. Okay? So
it's not the action, not the feeling.
Well, it's both. It's both.
No, it's not.
No, he's got something to
No,
Father's good. Correct me.
No, but it's not. It can bring feelings.
It can bring feelings,
but it's not a feeling.
The action has to exist.
I mean, Jesus didn't feel like going to the cross. I mean, in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, Father's prophet is come to ask me, but not I will be that yours. So, right, suffering is really a choice to will the good of the other. It is.
And it's sacrificial, like you said.
Yeah,
it's
sacrificial. If I say, oh, I want my new Cadillac car, well, am I really sacrificing it for that?
And also, we use the word love in a lot of different ways.
And the Greeks use it around. Yes. There's a lot of different ways it's referred to.
But when you get a human being that says, because Mr. Enos is on about, I don't know about love, but I know about honor, I know about fear, and I know about respect. Okay? All of those things, God got my attention. But love, when human beings say that, they need this big old warm feeling they have for somebody.
A lot of people,
And what do we have that God needs?
Nothing.
Exactly.
No. We add nothing to God. Yeah, God gives us himself,
Right.
And so God doesn't get anything out of us. I mean, God would perfectly himself for eternity without us. And he would be. And if he didn't, then we could control God. In other words, if I could disobey God, if I could, go to hell, and that would disturb God, then God would be under our control. We could actually make him happy or sad.
So the only way
it wouldn't be a God worth worshiping.
But the only way God knows you love him is by you indicating that by the things you do for others and the reverence you give him. But it's not a big warm. I used to, and I used to hear women in church say, Well, I'm married to Jesus.
Yeah. But there's
It's okay.
right, but like you said, Jesus said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So we show love by lives, not by deeds. Yeah. I mean, like if somebody tells their spouse they love them, but they abuse them, the words mean nothing. I mean, the words are hollow, you know. So in the same way with God, we can tell God we love him, but we have to, show God we love him, by following him, by believing him, by doing what he taught, and living our lives according to his will. Yeah. So,
You guys bring up the Bible being written, and it has been written by somebody. Somebody gave it to many people. But how do we know that the cultural norms of those didn't somehow make their way into the Bible?
You see, like slavery. Slavery was mentioned in the scriptures, slaves, Hebrews, and masters. And so it was a part of the culture, but it is not part of
Well, maybe we should take that one out.
No, well, I mean,
maybe we should take that out.
It was a question of the culture, but the question is, is how do you discern the difference, in the cultural parts of it and the theological, essence.
So who wrote "Slave Be Unto Your Master"?
St. Paul.
So if that could be in there and be wrong, because you would think God would want anybody to be a slave to anybody, but he did give us direction on if you find yourself in that position, this is what you do. So why can't we accept the fact that other things are also in the Bible that ought not be there?
That's a good question. Well, I would say ought not be there. I mean, like I said, there's reality in this situation, and even St. Paul is saying, we are brothers in Christ. So, like when he sent Onesimus back to his owner, one of the letters in the scriptures, on, but he told him to treat him as a brother, even though he's still in that status, and so, there's certainly, the question is how do you discern that? And that's why Jesus gave us a church. St. Paul said, if I'm delayed, he wrote to Timothy in his letters, he said, if I'm delayed, you know how to behave because you're into the church, which is the pillar and foundation of truth. So that's why Jesus gave us a church, so we could discern those things. Because, right, yeah.
One of the horrible things in this history is that in the South, in about 1820 to 1840, there was a religious movement that essentially said that slavery was ordained by God. Well, that's a mistranslation, a misunderstanding of what Paul is saying. That there is there are people that find themselves in that they need to be brothers, and it is that was a reaction by the Southern clergy and aristocracy to fight against the Christians, the Christian movement elsewhere in the world that were trying to enslave. So there really was a fight between Christianity about what was the right thing about slavery. But that's it's another example of people taking something out in the scripture, taking it out of context, and not understanding what the point that Paul pleads in all brothers. Right.
Now, the other question I have, which is it's on the tip of everybody's tongue, it's in the news right now, it's the Jewish issue in the world. I cannot figure out in my own small brain what it is that people, even in this idiotic country, have against people of the Jewish faith. Explain to me what's the deal?
You understand from a Muslim, Arab Muslim, and the Jews, it goes back to Abraham's understanding. The one claims to be the descendant of Ishmael, which is the son of Abraham by his slave girl, and then Isaac, his son by Sarah. And I think that's that's the animosity. Just like in this country, when something happens, like there's riots and stuff like that, you just want to riot. You just want the reason for it. And I believe that a lot of that is the same. I mean, I don't know how much of they are religious here. I don't know how much is a religious war, or it's just they want to live the world with them. And that's some serious animosity.
Christian world is not innocent of this in any way. The Jews have been held as a scapegoat for bad things happening for a very, 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 very long time. And they're committed because, for example, in the Middle Ages, they could essentially loan with interest. Christian world, you couldn't loan with interest. called usury, or sin. So there was if you lost your house to a loan or lost property to a loan, well, it was the there was evil Jews that would take it from you. And then in almost every case, accusations of the Jews being your problem is a projection from your own sin looking towards another person, towards another group. And this example with Hamas, Israelis are keeping us from having, a decent place to live. Well, no, it's Hamas that's digging up the water line. It's not the Jews, not the Israelites, not the Israelis. You know, both Islam and Judaism have a lot of historic ideas about what Jerusalem is for. So it's a lot of fighting over the control of Jerusalem. But the Muslims can destroy the entire country. It's funny when they say we're against the occupation, and they're not talking about the occupation of the Gaza Strip. They're talking about the occupation of Israel. They're talking about when people are saying most people don't understand. They think Israel occupies the lot. Israel occupies the Gaza Strip. Israel hasn't been in the Gaza Strip for 15 years. 18 years. What they're when Hamas talks about the illegal occupation, they're talking about the existence of Israel.
When the Bible speaks of Jewish people being God's chosen people, tell me what that, because I assume that we all God's people. What does that designation mean biblically for the Jewish people?
That's a very good question. With Abraham, it starts in Genesis chapter 12. But God chooses Abraham, tells him to leave his homeland and make it a great nation. He'll bless on prosperity and prosperity with children and all that. So he chooses Abraham out of the world, to be a chosen, to start this chosen people. And even then, there'd be all nations would be blessed through his seed. So it's kind of like they would be the first, they would be the eldest brother, of God's family. And that would keep expanding, which it has. So there's a covenant with Abraham, then later a covenant with Moses, then David, and even before that was Noah. So there's all these covenants God established with his people, ever expanding upon the previous covenant. So the covenant in what it was the nation. I mean, they were a people of a nation, so the nation of Islam, but also Israel, but also the religious people of Israel, the same thing. We're unique in the sense of having church and state separated the way we do. So but with Christ, God expanded it to everybody. So in other words, like I said, they would be the firstborn of many brothers, and then God kept expanding it with Christ. He invites everyone. He came to the Jews because they were expecting him. They had the prophecies. He fulfilled all the expectations of the Messiah, even though they did not recognize him. So the preaching exercise is that to make disciples, to make disciples of all nations, teaching them to taught, baptizing them, and set to expand everywhere. So God's plan is always, to take the whole humanity, into his family. And he starts with Abraham, and that was the chosen people, which we have.
From a strictly pragmatic position here, by designating the Jews, is God chosen? Did God create this animosity against the Jews?
Well, no, we do our own evil. We can handle that. But I mean, what Brian's saying, it could also be some jealousy. Jewish people are very, very successful oftentimes. They work very hard, and their idea in their Testament, and their Testament was that God blesses us. And so the blessings they receive, they see as a reward, for the faith of the God. And so but they are, I think, really successful, very oriented. There's a lot of things.
Something to remember also that we cannot get away from our own passion about things like this. Okay. Germany, after World War II, after World War I, was very liberally progressive country. They didn't have, their economy was a wreck, but there was a lot of what we would consider to be progressive ideas about what people could do and what people could do and what people could do. But it still had this animosity against Jews that had a voice, a horrible voice, that said we have a solution for that. Okay? We're not talking about, you're looking at a country that really did believe that it was beyond having gone through the World War, was beyond having to do that again, about beyond passions and things like that, and yet they still had this resentment for Jews. So these kind of resentments they don't get eliminated in human nature.
And we'll be back with your calls, your comments. Our guest is one Father James Dean from Guadalupe Catholic Church up there in the great city of Wetumpka. Okay. The casino city. Yeah, we call it. Yeah. You've been to the casino?
I've been through there. Yeah. I don't think so. Not that one. I'm not immune to casinos, but not that one.
And of course, Brian Patterson is a member of St. B. Catholic Church. He's a good parishioner. We'll be back.
Yeah, I worked in the casino on Sunday. Yeah. I worked in the casino on Sunday.
Oh, did yeah. You can be playing for
work today. Yeah. It was a job. It was in Lake Tahoe.
If you don't work in the casino, Lake Tahoe is the place to do it. That is the most beautiful place in the world.
That's what Mark Twain said. Mark Twain said, Lake Tahoe is the most beautiful place this world affords.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been there about 25 times. So.
I've grown up in Florida and went to college in Louisiana and went to Lake Tahoe. Like my first assignment, I was like, this place doesn't exist.
Yeah, did you live in Macon? No, where do you live in Macon? Yeah. You been about Sierra? I mean, you know, but I mean, he was stationed in Montgomery, probably once or twice there for us, and got married late in life, but he was 38 and got married, but they lived in Macon a little while. But he got married in 38, he was 42, they had 6 kids. But he was great guy, and he had a friend of his, really a common friend. You know, that's 38 years old, not really. He was like, no one was feeling like a very sad. So it's a bunch of those are married, so I wasn't good.
Now, did Mary have any more kids?
We don't believe so. There's ample historical evidence.
James was relative.
There's a mention of a few people in the scripture, but also made in different places mentioned who their mother is. It's not so married. Right. So the Hebrew and your brother was related, blood related. So cousins or whatever. So yeah, so like I said, if you read it in 21st century English, yeah, right away it's like, oh, he does have brothers, whatever. But so
you're talking about the name of influence.
The Greek word is not.
No.
Yeah. So,
as I understand.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, thanks going to some. Hey, you know my brother is. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So don't mess with me.
No, I tell you, there's a movie out on Mass. I guess
I heard about that.
I just saw it the other day.
It's action.
No, it's not action. It's dialogue, but I mean, him is the devil, and the other.
I did, yeah. Okay, I did, yeah. I did see that.
Yeah. The dialogue is. When you really look at the dialogue of the devil, it is seriously good stuff.
Yeah, it's about a guy in prison or something. Yeah.
And like I said, the media doesn't like it because it calls abortion,
I see.
So
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I know. And I said, this is preach because I mean, I said, they're not really going to understand the dialogue and the real serious nature of the reality of the situation. So it's really positive. But my prison friend was sitting, so I got everything on DVD, and I watched it. Right, I did prison ministry. So I watched it on Monday. That's why I took it from the beginning Monday night. I watched it
You never offered me to go out to prison with you.
Listen, Okay. Let's love to see it. I'll tell you that usually if you go through the DOC, they have a little class at the time which is great. And usually you have to go to about 2 hours. So it's like thank you every year. So but you have to watch out. But I'm going to stay. Sometimes I don't know. It was me, it's me who was this, the guy you come with me. We go separate from you, and I'm close to everybody. So it wasn't a problem. But yeah, it's a great. I mean, because the people tell me, so I'm not just
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So people come, they want to be there. Be there. Yeah.
So all the people you talk to, Captain.
That's something.
You have to captive about it.
Yeah, but it's not as captive as the whole person.
Yeah.
Those who volunteer. Right. In that sense, I don't have to be there. I don't have to be there. Exactly. Really smart. I don't know.
I wasn't too smart.
All of them done some bad stuff.
Yeah. But then again, that designates it gets it all.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I was having a thought yet.
Yeah.
Everything's so bad.
Yeah.
Well, of course. It's wrong,
We're back. 1814 for that number here. Father James Dean, not the James Dean, the one that the rebel would have called. Although he is sort of like a rebel.
I was saying people get my little because I didn't shoot the word. So when people mention that name, I say, I'm back and I have a call.
Yeah.
He's gone. Yeah.
Good morning, you're on air.
Yeah.
Good morning.
And why do you say that Moses wasn't authentically Jewish? Right. I mean, he was adopted. He was from Jewish parents. No, because he was raised by when Pharaoh's daughter got him out of the water, he said it's one of the Hebrew children. Oh, he was raised as Pharaoh's daughter, adopted daughter, yeah, son, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah, that's who he was.
I thought that was in Revelations. That was that was in Revelations, wasn't it? With hair like wool and but that's a
No, of course. Yeah.
so you trying to say he's
Yeah,
a brother.
a lot of people picture Christ. Yeah, no, no. Oh no, no. I agree on that. I mean, a lot of people picture Jesus as their own, civilization or whatever, but yeah, he was, I'm sure, Middle Eastern.
We do have a miraculous. All right, appreciate it. We do have a miraculously derived image that we believe to be Jesus in the shroud. It doesn't have any pigmentation, so we don't know what color it is, but we do have an idea of kind of what he looks like from that, and then we can explain how that image exists.
Good morning on there.
Morning.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to understand. Wait a minute. You don't have to understand me. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Well, since I always have had it first, I guess it makes sense to me. Man, then I wouldn't be saying nothing. All right, I got you. I got you. All right, I got you. I think. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello. Yeah, very good. And St. Paul, said love is patient, love is kind, love is not jealous, and you go over the injuries, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right.
We don't. Our language has our language equates a lot of different concepts with the word one in the word one. The Greeks are much better they have four different words. But I've done several pre-planning times. I haven't been to a wedding with one of these done, but I know several priests that famous reading of Ephesians, uh, you know, wives obey your husbands love your wives, and that's the reading speaks to say, hey, what does that mean, husband? What does that mean to a bit to love your wife? To point to the sex, to the crucifix up on the wall behind the altar. It says that's what love is. That's giving your life to that person. Not just physically giving your life, but giving your life in its totality. The purpose of your life, being closer to God through that person, help that person become closer to God.
Yeah. It is laying down your life.
That's
Just
right,
like Jesus
lay
said.
down your life.
Jesus said, no greater love is anyone to lay down his life for his friends.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was reading about Martin Luther the other day, and about the whatever it is whatever that thing is on the wall, whatever. On the wall. I don't know, didn't he? Whatever that thing he came.
Oh, the 95 Thesis.
Right.
Okay.
95 Thesis, yeah.
You want to make it beside the cross or something.
Yeah, that thesis thing kind of confused me. I couldn't figure out how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
In the 95 Thesis, and one of the things he was upset about was the indulgence.
Yeah.
What is an indulgence?
Okay, that's a great question. So when we sin, there's two aspects of sin. We have a guilt that we incur, for offending God, and that is infinite. There's no way we could ever lose that God because of our sins, and that's why Jesus came.
You can tell I've been reading.
That's good. Okay, Kevin, I'm impressed. So I come through the edge here. Then you knew what you're talking about there. At least you knew a question.
Yeah.
So in other words, we have a guilt of our sin, but also there's a temporal punishment or temporal damage done by our sin. So if I take $10 from you and I say I'm sorry, you can forgive me, but in justice I need to give you back your $10, right? So there's.
I can just forgive you.
You could just give and be a gift to me, and give me the debt and give me that money, right? But like injustice, like you said, I've proven injustice and disorder in the world, so to speak. So when we sin, we turn ourselves to the image of God that we're made in, and also we're against the infinite majesty of God. So when we are forgiven of our sins, the guilt is forgiven. Like with David committed adultery with Bathsheba, and he repented of it. And then Nathan, faced him with his sin. He said, he was sorry, and God said, "I forgive you," but the consequence is going to be your son's going to die, and that child's going to die. For both of us. So what I'm saying is that there's even with the forgiveness of sin, we sin and we destroy. And what indulgences are, there are things that we do that with God's grace, with God's grace, it reforms our souls into the image of God's grace. So, like I said, if I would give you that $10 back because I've done something wrong, and that's like I said, injustice, that is doing something right. So anything we do, I see Paul said me in the grace is. So when we love is of God. God is love. He abides in love, abides in God, and God in St. John. So basically, when we don't love, we disfigure the image of godness. God will forgive us our guilt, but also we have to do, with God's grace, He allows us to be restored to that image of God we lost by sin. So indulgence do that. Now, the problem was that we were selling indulgence.
Right.
And that was the problem. It's not the indulgent idea, but it was like we were selling it.
Good morning in there. Hey.
Good morning. Amen. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He claims to be. He's not.
So Pelosi.
Yeah.
We have some issues.
Yeah. Well, you would hope. No, not exactly. As a matter of fact, when John Kennedy was elected president, when he gave a speech to the Baptist Ministerial Association, he told them, he said, if I'm elected president, I will, do my job and leading the country according to Israel's right and not my faith. In other words, I don't expect the president to legislate everybody to a massive, which is a country. But what we have is the moral law that we should should guide all humans, that we all have in common, like do not kill.
Well, let me ask you this question. Let me turn it around on you.
Well, listen, let me ask you this question for you. You know, in other words, yeah, I believe life. I don't believe. Biology says life begins at conception. You know, human life begins at conception. There's a new life there, and we believe that killing is wrong in our country. And so the natural law would say killing that child is a crime, not just a sin, but a crime. So that's why, you know, I would expect any human being to do that.
If a non-Catholic,
What did you say? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get that. Yeah, what I'm saying is, in other words, I would expect any human being to be against abortion. In other words, any rational human being to be against all murders, including abortion. I know the law of land Dred Scott decision said slavery is legal too, but it was wrong. Yeah.
But my question was going to be, if a non-Catholic or even non-Christian governor or president wrote a law overturning abortion, would that mean that therefore it's not a tenet of the Catholic faith? Because there are non-Catholics and even religious people that are against abortion because it is a killing of a human being. Okay, so the natural law, we base it on our sense of natural law, and every time we hear more about biology, we learn more that in fact the human is created at fertilization, at conception.
Yeah.
And so right.
Yeah.
Well,
I understand the danger. No, I understand the danger, but I agree also. We should not be legislating our faith.
Yeah.
So that's not a.
There's a very narrow line that understand that law, in its essence, is the statement of morality for society. That's what it is. So there's going to be questions that come up that faith is going to be an influence of how those laws are passed. That's just going to happen.
But also a good question.
His problem is he wants to expand abortion. That's his problem.
Biden is not legislating according to Catholic faith. I can guarantee that.
Right.
Just opposite, as a matter of fact. So,
there's plenty of others that aren't that say they do.
But one last thing on that topic, real quick, about politics, and we do have good moral standing people. You know, people with good sense is right, wrong, and legislate accordingly, but not their own faith, right?
Thank you, caller. I gotta take my last break, and I will be back. Father James Dean and what's our guest?
Brian.
Hey,
yes, sir. We know Brian. Yeah, here we go. Finish that.
If a non-Catholic does it means it's not a Catholic commit.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And there was actually there was a fallout from there's an atheist.
News Radio.
Did he not say we're not the Caesar what is Caesar under God what is God?
That doesn't mean you don't try to pass laws that are moral,
right.
based on the human side.
It should be good laws too.
Right.
In other words,
but the minute you mention moral,
that's the problem is, and I'll say this when we start on. But no, the thing is that people say you can't legislate morality.
It's the only thing you legislate. Right.
Yeah.
Because every law we make
is about right and wrong. In other words, if I can't speed in this neighborhood because children are there, it's because society is so everything we legislate is moral. It's immoral. Right. So that's moral.
That was kind of what I was saying.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. To add on the point of that, then I forgot it, and I was like, just reiterate something you said. That's it. So, and that's
and if it were not for that, we would be in hell. If it were not that, mankind would be
a mess. Yeah. Look at where we're going, where there's no laws, where there's no with inner city stuff.
Biden's problem is that he expects to pay no price for advocating positions that are antithetical to his Catholic faith.
Yeah.
It's not that he, not
To the Catholic
to the
faith.
Catholic faith.
Antithetical. I just figured out what that word means.
Oh, all right.
I mean, because he's encouraging the expansion of abortion.
Oh, everything. There's nothing he said that was good. I think it's weird. It's almost like he intended every time. Biden is just a couple of those people. No, I just want to kind of finish that guy's style.
Yeah. Well, we're on the same page. And it's one of the topics.
Yeah, no, yours is definitely right on. That's it. Yeah. I mean, there are people who say that the legislature, the atheists that I met at the abortion clinic, it was abortion rallies and anti-abortion rallies. And I think it was a office and he was concerned with it. He said, you know, as an atheist, I should be more abortion. You know? And so at least we know eternal life. You know, that life is not lost. To this world that was addressed. But he's like, this is the only time you that. So it's like, I should be more against it than anybody. That's an interesting piece of mind. I know, it was a great thought. He's here to help train. Too funny. I'm gonna help.
So a couple things. One is that one guy is a black Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah.
Make the argument that essentially East Africans were the Jews. That's what their argument is. That there was a rift. Abraham was a black man, and then when Romans drifted away, they had this entire different. I don't buy the history. I don't.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, I mean, they say Moses wasn't an authentic Israelite.
Well, no, what they're saying is that Moses was not of the genealogy, of the genetic makeup that current Jews are. They're saying that current Jews are a different genetic makeup.
So they're saying Moses was.
They're saying Moses was a black man. They're saying Jesus was a black man.
Yeah. I mean, they say all the stuff. Everybody looked between black and white.
Right.
Middle Eastern. Right. I got it.
So that's where that's coming from. And I tend to buy such as I'm familiar with the argument. I don't buy it. And not go further than that. Did you want to bring up All Souls Day?
Yeah.
Well, because we
only got a couple minutes left anyway.
Because we got on the indulgences, but we didn't talk about today. No. I was reading that.
I thought it would be, hey, white next to you.
Well, All Souls Day is praying for the souls that are in purgatory, which indulgences are one of the things that we have to. So, but it's. I told Vicky we're going to talk about All Souls Day. That'll suck up.
Yeah, right.
Okay, we are back. We got a few minutes left. But you want to talk about
just the conclusion of what Brian said a minute ago, that, you know, some people say you can't legislate morality, but actually it's the only thing you legislate is morality. Every one of our laws, you know, it's legislating what's right and wrong. Yeah.
Okay. We take one more call, then give you guys the last word. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning. Oh. And, I mean, as Catholics, we do have a consistent ethic of, you know, sanctity of human life, whereby we see that as if it's necessary to protect society, you can use it. But if it's not, you know, other means should be used to control criminals, you know, mitigate the damage. But simply innocent human life and guilty. So in other words, we can't just kill innocent people. That's murder. But if somebody has committed a heinous crime against someone, or many people in the state or whatever, you know it's not fair. Yeah, yeah, and so there's a difference in that. But again, they are human, and we should do our best to, to like from a Catholic perspective, to mitigate the damage they can do. And if we can't do that, then we can't take them out of society for self-defense. So basically, self-defense in society. But overall, we're not in favor of the death penalty. Just
we find that in the U.S. there's the protection of the society is not.
That's what this $1 billion prison is.
Well, they need to have a death penalty to protect the society.
Yeah.
There are countries in the world where that might be.
Yeah.
And then call it. All right. Okay. Appreciate it. Well, all right then. Well, that's what we can say for the day. Try not to have to sing them. No, that's good. Because my brain is still reading.
Yeah, that's good.
It's difficult for me to come up with simple things. Anyway,
also, just mentioned the movie Nefarious. It's really interesting dialogue there between the psychiatrist and just really insightful. The devil really has some great theology in that.
Okay, give us a breath.
All right, let's do that. Nobody got sent us over to the kind of resistance. Yeah, we may grow in God's truth and His love and live that out in our lives, all the way to His kingdom of heaven. And Almighty God bless you all, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Your church is where?
In Wetumpka, 545 Wright Road, Wetumpka. Where do you want to take?
And somebody to
It is on a highway near Perryville.
You're an Air Force guy, Air Force former major. Y'all want to meet some comrades. Go out there and see them. The Pettis family, good folks, good folks. Father Dean's not too bad. Never been in the military.
No, it's very.
I mean, although being in reserve 34 years ago wasn't a big deal, but in the last 30 years, it's been a big place to be. All right, anyway, we'll be back. Memento. Those Spico memento.
My dad was in the National Guard in Florida.
Yeah.
And his unit, when I went over to Afghanistan, one of the bases we would go to regularly, his unit's emblem was all over.
Oh, really?
His National Guard unit.
So were you in the clergy then?
Yeah.
Oh, we need y'all. Yeah, we need y'all. So why you go active duty?
Well, I would like to, but you got to get permission from your bishop to do it. So
really?
Yeah. All the ministers do. Ministers have to have a ecclesiastical endorsement from their.
Is that to make sure that you really are
legitimate, but also the fact that I'm under my bishop authority, so I can give that's
in essence,
ultimately you're on the God's authority.
I am. But he's middle management.
That's when we get off of the cabinet. Yeah, y'all get being too much power like a pope and all that.
Somebody has power. Somebody has to God gave him that power.
Yeah.
We can't change that. So, but yeah, so so the 2 years as a chaplain candidate, which would have been in seminary, and then as a chaplain at Maxwell, when I got ordained.
My understanding now is that maybe they get better, but for a moment there, you couldn't use the word Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now the thing is, being a chaplain and being the chaplain, I'm going to be doing nothing, man. I'm going to say things all the time. Well, something that I did, there's no way.
It's a context where you can't use. If you're asked to declare at the beginning of a ceremony, like a convocation or something like that, that's not specific to the person. Like retirement, you do this in my retirement, so that's the.
I just prayed for retirement.
Yeah, right. Right. So we had a chaplain, the Baptist chaplain up in.
And where this private about this church is the word the name of the holy.
Yep.
I'm Dr. Brian Keeley with Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet, start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing,
the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source. Flushing out the allergens and pollens. Navage also helps wash out your bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses. You can connect. Say goodbye to all suffering from pollen and better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walgreens, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. No time. Navage. Who knows how you are? Just like the Chappie Village. Mike Costello, the Chappie Village. What is that? It's the Chappie Village. Yeah, let's do the commercial about grilled onions. Grilled onions? Oh, yeah. Look, I can go about it. It's psychology, girl. It's a message that tells the story. Just like you can't do a Chappie Village commercial. Only about grilled onions. I can tell that one chicken. None of them people go grill at Chappie Village. No better flavor. You can find a grill master at each Chappie. The difference between the Chappie Valley grill rhythm versus a microwave steam. And what else can you get grilled onions for the sale? Yep, that's what Chappie is all about. You want something special? Choose that. So come to Chappie's Deli, Maryville, Evergreen, North South, and Auburn. Psychology. No. Oh yeah, the onions. No, that's the grill. No. Something that's how do you do that is switch after since many families have $500 a month. It's also true. The way our science the labor satisfaction rate for this year is double. Double. Share the works. You share more than $5 billion. All that telephone and huge nationwide people. Fun, that's fun. And people happy to help you as your healthcare. You have to pay the person to come. You have to call right now. Price so you're very, very confident. You know, you find out you have to buy what that's five. And go $5 over $5. You have to say that I'm on November 11th, November 5th celebration program is wonderful. Music from Germany, Capital South, and the 151 all veterans meals are provided at no charge. The city of Montgomery invites all veterans and their families to attend this wonderful celebration on November 11th at 11 a.m. at Riverwalk Stadium. This event is free and open to the public.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bond Fusion Show. Days from 11 to 2 on Radio 1340.
Alrighty then. Okay, this is for Roberta. I know if you didn't know Roberta, you missed somebody. Okay. Oh yeah, Evelyn Turrentine aging. That's right. Roberta used to play this song all the time. You knew it was Roberta's show when that song came on. Oh yeah, I like that one. It was a fantastic talk show host. Oh well. Anyway, good morning to you. Say it again, girl. Now, if I can get one of you to play this song, I'll stomp my feet in church. Oh well, I probably won't get the choir to sing this one. Anyway, good morning to you. It is a great day to be alive on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. And who did it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, that song gets you motivated first thing in the morning. Anyway, good morning to all of you. I hope that they find you well. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of things on the political spectrum out there is happening. Let's see now. I know this has got to be wrong. I know somebody said that Kevin Elkins is going to run as a Republican. Really? Uh, yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that's going to happen. But hey, stranger things have happened. Uh, Interesting. Then I understand. I'm gonna try to get him up here next week. Big Brubaker is kind of interested in this new seat. Is it official yet? Do we actually have um, the other district now? Do we actually have? I thought it was still under scrutiny and being scrutinized by the courts and the Supreme Court of Alabama. And so, do we actually have it now? It won't mean anything to most people, except for folks who get the job in the Democrat or Republican Party. But it won't really mean anything. I mean, it just be somebody else getting the job. It won't help the poor folks. Well, on the day after the election, my checking account's not gonna go up a little, not at all. So I'm not really enthusiastic about it one way or the other. I don't really care. We've been talking about districts. We've been sparsing districts all across America, and black folks are still just as poor. Schools just as bad. Okay, I'm just saying. Now, even a school. Speaking of schools, okay, this was at the top of my list today. It's at the top of my list today because I think there needs to be a conversation about this. Now, I heard the school board the other day. They were whining about keeping a certain piece of money. Uh, Montgomery voters will decide the fate of a property tax for schools in 2024. Okay, now, okay. I said no, not only no, but hell no. I'm sick of the schools talking about they want more money, and now the bill is coming in for the taxes on people's houses, and it is really putting the hurt on people. But that's okay. That's what they say they want. Registered voters in Montgomery will will get to decide next fall whether they want to renew in 2004 property taxes. I don't think we do. I think we just want to call it today. They just got $16 million, okay, of taxpayer money from this ad valorem extra tax. Enough is enough. Okay, never. And I hate I'm gonna say it, but I helped pass it. But they keep saying that it's gonna make our schools better. I'm just saying, my son comes every day, wearing me out with what's happening in his school. And wearing me out. Okay, I don't have any stress. When I meet Z, okay, I say, here you come. Here you come. Dad, I say, yeah. Why you make me go to that school? Because I'm broke. And I have enough for you to go to MA. That's just true. That's why. I said, and besides that, we're all paying for it. So anyway, so the money has not helped. Now, I told him to give the new principal a chance because Abraham Lee just got there this year, so he needs to get his foot wet and learn the people, learn the kids and stuff like that. So, but this is my last year putting up, you know, with the excuses about school. Okay, I'm just sick of hearing it. I'm sick of him telling me, I'm telling you, it's a sycophant thing. I'm just sick of hearing it. And now they talk about they want us to renew another tax. I'm sorry. I not only no, but hell no. Okay? Y'all got enough money. Show me some discipline. Show me some order. Matter of fact, my son tells me people coming through smell like marijuana. I said, really? He said, yeah, yeah. I said, it is. They're talking, they're raising sand in the classroom. They're not listen. I mean, it just the board gives me a headache. It gives me a headache. Okay, I said, well, I mean, I said, is every room doing it? He said, yeah. I said, okay then. So now, and trust me, I really feel bad that I'm a poor brother. That I just can't take him out of that thing. Because he went to private school all the way up to the ninth grade. And I'm thinking, okay, he's prepared. But now he hasn't had the opportunity to meet regular kids in regular school who act like idiots. However, here's my problem. In some school system, somebody on the school board needs to tell me why it is that we can hold kids accountable in magnet school, but we can't hold them accountable in regular school. Why it is that we give teachers the authority to do what they must do in magnet school, but we can't do it in regular school. So is regular schools where we put the kids we know go to jail? I mean, is that is that what we're doing over there? I don't know. And magnet school is the people you want to give a chance being a chance to be successful. My kid's kind of smart too. But I'm just wondering. So the money, I don't even know, but hell no, I'm tired of paying y'all money and nothing changes. And Melvin can say whatever he wants to say. I'm telling you, at the school class level, okay. I don't care nothing about the budgets. I don't care what Walter said, whatever his name is, the finance guy. I don't care anything about that. All I care about is whether or not the environment in the classroom is conducive to learning. And I'm telling you, according to my son, it is not. Okay, I'm just telling you, so no more money. I'm sorry, money is not the issue here. Matter of fact, chances are, if y'all had a good environment in public schools, chances are that we go and write a check for a couple of dollars every once in a while. I'm just telling you, no. Montgomery voters will decide to favor a property tax card. Forget about it. Registered voters in Montgomery County will get a right to decide next fall whether they want to renew a 2004 property tax. No, we don't. Bringing 10.5 to $11 million to the Montgomery public schools for the last 2 decades. And guess what? You just getting 16,000. So you getting an additional $6 million based on what you get now. Okay. And here's another thing about the money that they want. Evidently, the money is going towards salaries, not going towards the school system. Okay, y'all are top heavy over there already. Okay, it's going towards salaries. Okay, so it's been 16 to $30 million of new tax, and now we want to keep in place 11 million, 2.5 to 11 million tax that started back in 2004. Okay, I'm sorry. No way. We're done. Okay, we're done. Show us something for our money. Show us where I can walk into any regular public school and see order and out chaos. Show me where I can see people that are actually excelling, learning. And there are some. There are some. But if it wasn't for them putting in the work, they wouldn't be. Okay? I'm just saying, no. So on next fall, the vote is not only no, but hell no. Okay? They got enough money. Money is not the issue here. Okay? Not only that, since you lowered the rate of entry into magnet schools, yeah, that's right. That's not magnet schools. I mean, come on in there. Okay. He's talking about it. He's talking about it. He's talking about it. Well, that's what I heard, and I can't see him getting in as a Republican. Yeah. Yep. All right, appreciate it. And I gotta say, listen, I know that it's the same tax that they're already getting. I know that. But we just gave them, and you ought to hear the calls I'm getting, how much people property taxes going up. No, 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 no. Now that they're getting $16 million or whatever they get now from everybody paying his highest taxes on his house now, yeah, they can give us back that other money. Okay, no, no, I'm sorry, 3.5, whatever it is. I'm sorry, I don't want to pay no more. Everybody's paying extra money now, and we're not getting. Well, let me ask you a question: would you go to the store and buy meat and take it home, and it's bad, and not take it back? Of course you wouldn't. Well, that's the way I feel. That's about, and oh, car tags are going up. Everything's going up. Now, I'm sorry, the school, nah, it's a renewal. We don't want to renew it. Yeah. We just renewed it last year, 2 years ago, when we opted to pay more money on our home for the school system. And we're not really getting a whole hell of a lot back for the money. Okay, I'm just telling you, no. No, I'm going to do my very best. If I'm on this airways, to say absolutely not. Okay, give us our money back. If we want to waste it, let me waste my own money, not them. It is not about money in the public school. It is about performance. It is about discipline. Okay, it is not about money. All this money that we put in schools, I'm telling you, and I got a migraine headache from hearing all the stuff I got to hear today of what's going on in school. Okay, why is it that the environment in our regular traditional schools can't be the same environment that they have in magnet schools? Somebody tell me why. I'm sorry. I apologize to the school system that I got a child to go to public school because I wouldn't even bother about this. I apologize. Anyway, let's go to phone. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yeah, right. Well, they're all the fixed ones they got. Why not? I mean, why not? You don't have to get a brand new computer. They all pretty much do the same thing. The only difference is the new ones are a little bit faster, got a little bit more both beams and gleams. But other than that, yeah, they pretty much all do the same thing. Well, a Chromebook is the worst purchase they've had for that. They come out better getting these kids a little small laptop. A Chromebook is a useless piece of trash. Absolutely nothing. And we can't see. It's a word that you will never hear used by teachers and principals. Yeah, and I asked Melvin one day at his big meeting one day, I said, why is it that that word has been removed from the lexicon of language in public school? The word, and one lady said, that's racist. I said, shut up. I can't. Evidently not there. And people been calling me saying how much their tax is going up. So I ain't even got mine yet. I'm just waiting for the bill to come in. I mean, what are we gonna do when we can no longer afford our daily necessities because the government gets our check before we do? I mean, well, I bought the line. I bought the line that they needed more money for this tax, and maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But I certainly don't want to renew a tax that came in 2004, almost 20 years ago, that they are still collecting, and then they still tell us they need more money. I'm sick of hearing about it. Oh, oh, wait a minute. Is that what you got to pay when you go to get your license? If your tax? Oh hell, I got it 2023. Oh man, I'm, listen, I've had to park my car in the lot. Whoa! Right, right. You're not exaggerating. $400, and you got a 2018. Oh, oh Lord! Oh, all right, appreciate it. Lord, that's a lot of money. Come on in. Park my car back on the lot. Good morning. I told you. I mean, 2018. Yeah, but there's no you didn't want to get. What kind of yak? Lieutenant, text me and tell me what kind of car you got. Okay. So, so, that's right. But they got plenty of money. 8 billion, almost a $9 billion education budget for the state of Alabama. We got states that don't have that big a budget. No, we don't. Okay. We run a state. Wait a minute. We run a state with state jobs and everything on less money than the school system by itself gets. Yeah. As long as you're getting something for your money, I think people don't mind paying. I look at them all the time. My son goes to school, goes to public school. Man, what, hey, why can't you? Why can't you? What's the highest meal in the country, in the state of Alabama? What's the highest meal? You know what it is? Got nothing to do, and it got nothing to do with money. It's nothing to do with money because they have an expectation of excellence. You can, it's not about money. An expectation of excellence. An expectation. Okay, okay. Show me. Tell me. Wait a minute. What you tell me? Tell me how money. Tell me how money makes you a better student. That's football. That's football. They have to. That's football. That's got nothing to do with. No, no, no. I don't think so. Well, I will. I would. Okay. All right. Wait. Let me tell you this much. If they let me tell you this much. If they allow the teachers to have the same control that the coach has, we have a better school system. And they got 25 meals. Because they don't want us to come over there. It's got nothing to wait a minute. I was in the school. Wait. I was in school in the 1970s, 1960s. I was in school. We didn't spend the money that they're spending today, and we provided better students. No, no, I didn't. That's a lie. That's a lie. Hey, I gotta go. Gotta take a break. But that I can't. Anyway, I'm sorry. We did spend this kind of money years ago, and we had better things in store. We'll be back. Everybody's beautiful their own way.
Everybody. Okay, so where am I? I'm going around now. Wrong one. Okay, oh yeah. All right. And one more thing, even Republicans are going after Tuberville for his military move, but I'm with him. I am totally with them. Okay, nobody is not getting their promotion. They're just not getting their promotions in one fell swoop. They're going to have to take these promotions so we feel great officers, and look at them individually. Okay, Democrats like to either punish everybody at one time or praise everybody at one time. Now I'm with Tuberville on this. Listen, our soldiers don't get paid. We shouldn't pay them to go kill the children. I'm sorry. I can't get to that. Our job is to save lives, not to take lives, unless it's in battle. And who in the hell is battling a child inside somebody's stomach? I'm sorry. Up there. Okay? And those Republicans are really Republicans. They are spineless, and they may be lacking something else too. So I don't care nothing about those guys. I would cover Bill. Absolutely. Okay. If you want to get pregnant, then get out. Okay. You don't want to have babies, then get out the military. So we don't pay you to go get rid of them. Besides that, we're already missing the recruiting thing. We need some more babies. Get some more recruits. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Pretty good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's that? Mm. That's a lot of cheese. That's a lot of cheese. But what comes with it, though, my friend? What comes with them? What comes with the money? Yeah. What comes with it? Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, we can. Yeah. Mm. Uh, I don't know, but it's a problem. I know. Yeah, yeah, that's a hell of a prison, So yeah, that's true. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. It's talking about Jackson closing. Yeah. You see. Hey, I appreciate. I just got to go to the next one. I'm running out of time, but I appreciate you calling. Good morning. You on there? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Right. And that's reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, that's reasonable. But I give him a call back. That's a little bit more. It's hard to believe $450. I mean, that's just a Bentley. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll ask him to call back and tell us. I'll ask him to call back and tell us, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. They lowered the standards. As a matter of fact, they not only have they lowered the standard, they let people join now at an older age. I think it used to be like 45. I think it's up to 40 years old now. I mean, really, TV, really go to Facebook at 40 years old, you know, with somebody telling you your face. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that one, but you know, I don't know. We got some problems, and now we want to go give them money to go abort kids. Oh, wait, okay, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Well, I think what it meant was they borrowed some money and Medicaid evidently matched it. The federal government matched it. So, I mean, well, it's probably 90% white. I think culture, not the color, but the culture. And I think they expect more of the students. Mm. Again, I think it's culture. We accept such things. Mm. Yeah. Again, it's culture and it's expectation. Well, what if you got better teachers who control the school? Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know what happened. All I know is that this appreciate guy got to take the last break. I gotta go to break. We're back, and all I know is that I don't believe that we expect what we ought to expect out of our traditional public schools when it comes to culture and behavior. Okay, I just don't think we do. We make excuses for it. We actually, I think George Bush said it best. It's the bigotry of low expectations. We're getting what we expect. All right, a few minutes left. How did he's Hatcher is a Republican. That'd be interesting. All right, let's move on to phone lines here, which is this person right here. Good morning on there. Oh, wait. Good morning. Yes. Yeah. I am. Yeah. Yes. What's got nothing to do with the military? What's got nothing to do with the military or Tuberville? Wait a minute. Didn't we? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Didn't we have babies before we had hospitals? Wait a minute. We can still have babies. Again, that's that. Again, I agree with you on that one, but that's not my call. And we appreciate it. Let me get some more color. I ain't shut down hospitals. Good morning. Yes. Pretty good. Oh yeah, bro. Cause I'm running. I'm running. Yeah, I'm running. I'm just running out of time. Yeah, because I got a bunch. I got a bunch. Okay, yeah. I just got a lot of people trying to get in, and I'm just running out of time. It's 8:53 in the morning. Good morning on there. Yes. It, it was supposed to be $400. It was supposed to be $400. They took it down to 150. Yeah, they get too much money in it anyway. Yeah, it was. That's what they said. Hmm. No. Okay. If it makes sense to me, like the whole school tax thing, if it makes sense to me, I can go for it. Yeah, yeah. You still, good morning. You still there? Yes, I is. Ooh. Oh, Bobby Knight. Yeah, Bobby Knight did that. 83 years old, I didn't know he was old. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was about one of the most famous. Yeah, that's true. Well, we have honorable mention of that. Yeah, Bobby Knight died. Good morning. Yeah, yeah. What kind of what kind of you, they take it up when they want to take it up. Wow. So the blue book, whatever that book is, Nata or Number, whatever it is, it says about 22. The county in Montgomery says 32. My Lord. So they get to determine the value of your car and not the blue book, not the county blue book. Oh, we're gonna have to do some protesting downtown. Meet me down there. Yeah, meet me down. Yeah, we get the date right. And you meet me down. We need to do some protest. It's not going to work that much. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. Mm. But now, but right, right. But let me ask you: if there's only one God, then he has to be the same God of Muslims, Christians, and everybody. If you only got one. Mhm. No, no, no. But there is okay. Well, whether what they but there is if there's only one God and you pray to God, it has to be the same one that everybody prays to. And what's in your mind is up to you. But there's only one God. Okay. Well, okay. Now, they may not think it's the same, right? They may not think it's the same God, but if you only have one, my friend, you only got one God. Yeah. Okay. I will. Okay. We'll do it. Okay. My time said, hey, don't have any time for any more calls, but we can have that conversation at a later date. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. Oh, good.
And if you're looking for weekend plans, tomorrow one of the biggest festivals in the Wiregrass returns, the Freedom Festival. I'm Jasmine Williams, and for
Yo, about with my hunt, my hatchet. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. They said now they said it can go up to $100,000. I guess everybody making that kind of money. But that's where all this money going. This extra money is going. Hey, let me call you back. I got to take this. What does money have to do with the video? What does money have to do with it? What is that all that stuff? And that's the young folks.